Hi there, stupid people. Today we will be doing another phone review. Yeah. Look, I only do these randomly, so don't even, I don't know. Anyways, today we'll be looking at the C7 smartphone. This is also one of those budget smartphones. And the reason why I want to do reviews on these really is because everyone else is doing, the reviews of your iPhones and your, other stuff like that. So I just thought I'd do, reviews of budget phones. Okay, I'm screwing with you guys, honestly. Like, this is only because we have some lying around, and I just want to do reviews of like random ones. And so here we are with the C7. So let's unbox it, shall we? Let's give you a little bit of an ASMR thing. Looks like wet butter trying to get out. There you go. Ugh. Get started. Don't need you for that. I've been around these parks before, but I know what you're trying to pick around here. Okay, so here's a phone. Not bad, right? Okay. I just wanted to read it to you guys just in case you're stupid enough to not know what's going on here. So basically, this is a camera, in case you don't know. That's the 8 megapixel right up here. Then this is a flash. Volume and power button. Get that off. Let me peel this off for you guys. That's good. So here's a phone. It's actually not bad, honestly. Like, yeah, Cloud Mobile. It looks pretty clean. Oh, that's so weird. What? This is where the charging port is. If it would stop fucking... There you go. This is where the charging port is. What? Usually it would be in the bottom, right? This is the bottom of the phone, just to make sure, right? Look, see? But it's not there. It's on top. And it has a headphone jack. Oh my god. Take notes, Apple. And everyone else, actually. Funny. Do you guys remember when Android used to make fun of Apple for doing that? Well, yeah, now they're doing it too. Well, obviously, most of the new ones. I'm not saying Android in general, because there's a lot of Androids, so whatever. Anyhow, we will get started on the actual tour of the phone when I start playing games on it and, testing it out. But for now, let's just go through the box. All right, so here we are. We got this guy covering everything here, trying to stop us from having fun. This is the screen protector. Again, surprising that actually comes with these. And here's the charger. Well, that's about it, really. The charger, the wall charger, yeah. That's about it. No, I'm gonna be a cop trying to search for people's stuff. Where is it? No, yeah, that's about it. Cool. I mean, yeah, what do you expect? It comes with all the things that at least it comes with a charger, Apple. So let's get to the phone stuff now. Alright, so here we have Dungeon Hunter 6. And as you can see, it's definitely playing at a playable frame rate, isn't it? Wow. Yeah, gee, this is better than the iPhone 15. Holy hell. Look at all 2 frames that you could count there. My god, no, but seriously, what the hell is up with this phone? Look, I understand that this is a budget, but my god. Look, I'm not even able to move. I'm not even able to move. Oh my god. And yes, by the way, when I was playing this, the audio was going on, so it was still going, but the game would just simply not let me proceed. The frame rate would just not let me proceed. It's crazy that they even allow phones like these to exist. Oh my god. May I remind you, this is a phone, or I don't know if I even said it, but this is a phone that is $65 to $110. This is technically a budget phone, but it should at least be able to play stuff like this. My god. I really do need to show you guys the specifications of it first, but my goodness, we'll get to that to the end, but wow. Oh my god, this is unplayable. Woof. Alright, next game. Okay, wait, hold on. I just want to let you guys see this crash right here real quick. Wow, yeah, that brought me back to the home screen. That's how bad this thing was. So here we got Standoff 2. Now this game is like a CSGO, but for phones essentially. Yeah, so basically I tried all sorts of settings for this, but this just didn't work. When you will see when you will see. But yeah, essentially this game, oh my god, talk about unplayable frame rates, Batman. Holy hell. Like this game was absolutely unplayable in every way, shape, or form. And this is me trying, by the way, my best. So, as you can see from the gameplay here, I could barely even move the camera with that. That's me trying to move the camera. That wasn't me just, walking around. No, I was trying to move the camera while the game was going. And, oh my god, yeah, you're going to see throughout this gameplay here that I tried my best, my absolute best to find the best settings. Because I know I'm going to lose anyways. Might as well get shot trying to find the best way to get shot, right? Like, my god. And no, this wasn't me playing at 120 frames, 4K, 60. No. This is me trying to play it at a decent frame rate with decent graphics. But no, that's not what's going to happen here. I tried 30 on medium settings. That didn't work. And then later on, you'll see throughout this gameplay right here, I tried very low settings at 60 frames. That didn't work. So then I just tried low, the level above very low at 30. That didn't work. And then I just tried very low. I just went scraping in the bottom of the barrel. That's it. There you go. And I just tried the very low to 30 frames per second, which is the lowest frames you could get, by the way. Not 24, no, 30. That's the lowest. And it was still unplayable. Holy hell. Just let this gameplay speak for itself. You will see the horror that will occur for trying to play a game like this on a weak phone like this. So your boy had to try Granny on here. Of course, this is a cult classic essentially on for mobile horror games. So here I am being hardcore. I put it on the lowest it possibly can go, right? The lowest it possibly can, and let's just see how it runs, shall we? Of course, but being the absolute Chad that I am, even though that I knew that this was probably going to run slightly horrible, I still put on hard like a beast. So yeah, like I could have, put her on ghost mode, like where she wouldn't even be able to notice me at all, even if I'm right in front of her, but nah. I wanted to, like play this as if I could, right? Like I wanted to play this the best I could, regardless. So, like, regardless of what level she's on. So, I tried, and honestly, what you're seeing here, it may not look bad. That's because I'm not making it look that bad, admittedly. But no, really, the reason why it's not looking so bad is because I'm used to this game. This is, ooh, yeah, you saw that? Like, that was frame drops out the wazoo. So what happened there was that I tried turning, but it was like you're holding an anchor. You see, I had to stop right there. And for some sadist reason, I decided to go even higher, for some God-given reason. Yeah, so, oh, and by the way, that struggle that you saw me with right there, that was me trying to put on hard. Right in the beginning, that was me trying to put the damn thing on hard, but it was so bad that it didn't even register it. So the frame rate is so low that it doesn't even register your movement sometimes. For some reason, the virtual analog works fine. Like when you move throughout the game, it's absolutely fine. But when you're turning, it's a slug and a half. And when you're trying to pick something up, that's when it's like, or interact with something, it's absolutely unplayable. This is not the best way to play Granny. I mean, the only reason, again, why I'm even doing as decently as I am here is because I'm used to the game. I beat it multiple times on Extreme. That's why. So, yeah, don't let this fool you, Like, it may look playable, but man, it's sort of not. Maybe if you lower the sensitivity, but I can't play like that, man. I really can't. So, yeah, if you're just trying to play Granny regularly, say if you go on hard or more, or in general, really, just not playable. There's many phones where you could play this on where it'll be way better. I don't know. All right, so here we are with Temple Run 2. This is a hood classic. So I tried the first one and it was just not fun on here. Like, it wasn't completely unplayable. The first one, that is. It was just the first one was just kind of delayed. I don't know, like you could tell what I'm talking about, but the second one surprisingly actually runs better than the first one. I don't understand that. But anyways, yeah, as you can see here, it's actually running pretty decently. Yeah, I had little to no issues, at least in this tutorial, but really, there was a little bit of an issue. The reason why, which you will see here, the reason why I lost is because it kind of mistimed my jump for some reason. I don't know why, but other than that though, this actually ran pretty decently. Like, not here, it's gonna be towards the end, but yeah, towards the end it kind of mistimed my jump that 1 second for some reason. But yeah, I just don't play games like these anymore, really. But yeah, this was like when I first saw Temple Run 2, I was like, oh my god, what an improvement from the first one. Then other people are like, yeah, it's all right. Probably console players, bleh. Anyways, yeah, those filthy peasant console players. But anyways, yeah, this game is actually not so bad on here. Definitely better and more playable than the first one, that's for sure. So yeah, without further ado, just enjoy the rest of the gameplay and we'll get to the next game. All right, here's another hood classic of mine, which was my first like console similar experience on mobile, and this was a Dead Trigger. My God, I fell in love with this game when it came out, but that's not what you're here for. What you're here for is my suffering for playing this game on this newer phone or this other phone, the C7. Now, this was shocking to me because this was playable on every other budget phone, including like a phone that I got from 2013 that was only $50. Are you kidding me? And on this phone, it's not even playable at all. This is just such a joke, ain't it? I just honestly feel like that the game it didn't update that much for you to be completely unplayable on it. Come on now. Not to mention that, jeez, you cannot aim. You could barely aim. I'm just so lucky because this was like the first level. I pretty much had to start another account for it because I did not want to, like go to my account, I'm not gonna play this game that much on this phone, and you will see why. It seems like here I'm kicking ass, right? But honestly, this is really, really poorly made. So I had to change up the thing a little bit. I had to change up the options. And really, this is not very fun. Like, I did not expect it to honestly run this bad. Again, when you aim, it has a similar, like a similar issue with every other shooting game out there, where it's impossible to aim perfectly where you want to aim. And without it at least jittering a little bit, freezing a little bit, it's like you can't play first person shooter games or any shooter for that matter with inaccuracies like that. You just can't. You can't. So with that being said, I just made the best out of this and just like tried to, just play the game more and more. Maybe it got better, maybe it got worse, but yeah, it just stayed as bad as it was. So yeah, you'll just see throughout this gameplay over here. Again, I'm actually surprised I'm doing this good, but yeah, no, this game was like running below 20 frames sometimes. I'm not even lying. I could tell I have a knack for this kind of stuff. So yeah, for sure it was not 21 frames because 21 frames is definitely playable. It was under 20 sometimes. So yeah, until then, enjoy the rest of the gameplay to see what I'm talking about, my N-word.
Hey, there is no audio in this bitch either. Have fun, nerd.
All right, so here's Injustice Mobile. Yeah, this is another HUD classic. I love it. Anyways, yeah, so this game actually looks and plays okay actually on here, but the problem is that again, the frame rate could be a little bit more troublesome than it looks over here. It's more playability wise, but a teeny bit really. This game still runs pretty decently on here, and again, looks great. Too bad that you can't really change the options a little bit, with the graphics, like, oh, you want to put on low and it'll, play at a better frame rate. There are some phones that could really benefit from that. Like, trust me, I played Injustice and Granny and stuff like that on other ones, and yeah, they could really benefit from a low option or medium, high, whatever. Granny does, but it doesn't really do that much, so whatever. Anyways, back with this. Yeah, so like, as you can see, the frame rate is not really bad, and again, the graphics are pretty decent. But again, you could play this on better mobile devices, really, and yeah, there's just like somewhat of a testament. This used to be a testament on your mobile devices back in 2013, like a complete, like this used to be a graphics showcase, like how Crysis was, for the PC when it originally came out. But now, like, pretty much even the Switch could run the game. It's kind of like that. But, this, again, isn't a bad indication on where the game, stands and how the game runs. So, yeah, this phone actually runs it pretty decently. I'm actually kind of surprised. But, again, it's just a game where you tap and, and swipe for attacks and heavy attacks, So it's not really that complicated, granted. But still, if you want to play this game on on your budget phone, you will not have a bad time. I feel, really, the whole card collecting aspect of it is very satisfying, and I love this game. And I have a crazy profile on on my iPhone and iPad, really. So yeah, boy, got the cards, man, in there, and all of them were earned without moolah. But anyways, yeah, enjoy the rest of this lovely gameplay while we move on to the next one afterwards. All right, here we are with Asphalt 8. Now, I don't know if this is the latest one or whatever, but this game actually runs pretty damn good on here. I was so surprised. Now, I'm using the automatic controls because I just didn't feel like, using the manual ones. And here I am kicking ass, bro. Now, obviously, this is the first level. So, yeah, don't this is actually not even. This is a loading. This is even before the tutorial, for God's sakes. But, yeah. This game actually is running pretty solid on the C7. I'm actually surprised, really. Like, this game, you think would be a lot more demanding than Granny, than Injustice, and all those games, and even Temple Run 2. But no, this game is running amazingly, and even still looks amazing. Now, I think this is running at, 30 frames per second on here, but really, it looks fine. This looks great. I wish more games would actually be more, optimized like this one. Now, again, granted, this is like, not really an old game. I'm just saying, like, this is, your typical Asphalt game, right? Like, this is your typical racer. But again, it's still one of the better ones for mobile. And really, this is why this game is still popular. Holy hell. Apparently, it could run on even the weakest phones in the world. This phone, may I remind you, have 2 gigabytes of RAM. That's it. And look, this is running on it like it's the damn PC, like in ultra settings or something. It's crazy. But this is why I need to just go on a side tangent here. This is why I laugh at these people who use this game as a real benchmark on, if your phone is powerful or not. Man, you guys are noobs. Get the hell out of here. Leave it to the professionals like me when it comes to mobile gaming. You mofos don't even know what the hell you're talking about. Seriously, there are people who are reviewing phones and making this game as a benchmark on how powerful phones could run. Why aren't you playing Call of Duty Mobile? Why aren't you playing Dead by Daylight Mobile? Especially when it comes to reviews on Android phones. I want to know how Dead by Daylight Mobile runs on those phones. Damn. Now, it's not really shocking that, for phones under 200, that Dead by Daylight will run like shit, but it'd be funny. It'd be funny to look at it. Jeez. I know that these people most likely haven't heard of Dead by Daylight Mobile, but still, yeah, if you're going to be a mobile player, bro, you need to actually go to, the more complicated games on iOS and Android. I mean, it's really not that complicated, or it's really not that hard to dictate how games will run and show how powerful your phone is. You know what I mean? So that's my side tangent. I hate it when people use this game as a benchmark of how powerful your phone is because it doesn't make any sense. So stop being stupid. And anyways, this game is actually, I'm not going to shame it for running pretty decently on old phones either. It doesn't need to be like a new phone exclusive, and this is one of the latest ones. This is Asphalt 8. It's not like I'm playing Asphalt 4 or with 1 or anything like that. No, this is one of the latest ones out there, and it is running, holy hell, it's actually running pretty decently. And I was shocked. This is running at a full 30, if not more. My God. Oh, yeah, and over here I just put, what I identify as and, the age, obviously. Yeah, if you guys don't really know, I'm actually a single mother underneath all this, I'm actually a single mom in her 40s, trying to support my kids, and that's why I'm trying to get monetized on YouTube. So if you guys could help out, that'd be great. And I hate my kids. I wish I never had them, but whatever. What are you gonna do? All right, what are you gonna do as a single mom? Anyways, let the rest of the gameplay speak for itself. And we have this hot racer babe as our avatar. So let's continue with the gameplay. That is, hey. Alright, so that was the games running on the Stratus C7. We played some racing games, some action games, you know, some RPGs, whatever, you know, and yeah, I'm surprised that the more realistic racing game, or platformers as well, Endless Runners, blah, blah, blah. We played all sorts of games on here, and surprisingly, it was the more realistic racer that was, you know, the winner. I don't know. That was weird, but yeah. So now the only thing to really show you is the camera, you know? So let's see. Yeah, so far this is not a good sign. Like, this is running at like 15 frames per second, I swear. Let's get some, I don't know. Let's take a picture. Let's video my mouse. Oh, yeah. It's got all sorts of angles in there. And then we'll also just take a picture. So let's go to picture. Let's take a picture of my foot there, you know, free OnlyFans preview. There you go. Yeah. Hey there, buddy. All right, how are you doing? Huh? All right, how are you doing? Yeah. It's got all sorts of angles in there. Who the fuck is that? Alright, so we took a look at the video, and again, very choppy, not surprising really, but geez, man, I felt like there were phones that were cheaper than that could do better. What is going on with these phones? Here's the picture that I took. I guess the picture doesn't look bad. I mean, if I do say so myself, but not only of my sexy feet. All right, Dan. Anyways, the picture, you know, the quality doesn't look horrible, but yeah, again, I feel like fucking the Windows phones back in what 2014 were better than this shit. I don't know. It's like, this is so sad. And like now you could buy those Windows phones that's been discontinued, by the way, for like probably, you know, $50 if you could find a decent one. Yeah, really. Now, of course, I'm going to emphasize my serious points by putting a picture of my foot. Absolutely. But you guys get the point, though. All right, all jokes aside, though, you could clearly tell that the Stratus C7 is definitely not worth it. Now, of course, these are, you know, one of the budget phones that, you know, the government would buy, you know, for the people on welfare to have for free. Yeah, even then, there are probably better phones than that government, you know, CalFresh, whatever it is, like, program. This is so bad, honestly, that I don't know why anyone would really pick this. Can't you get an iPhone 8 for free? I'm pretty sure you could do that. Like, you could choose your phone, right? Then you could pretty much get them for free. And yeah, the iPhone 8 definitely, it would probably be your better choice here, because this could barely run any modern applications as is. I mean, you could probably run YouTube decently, but you probably have a lot of things that could run YouTube decently, you know. I guess this wouldn't be super bad, but again, you're kind of limited on your data if you do go through those programs, right? And again, I'm not judging, I'm just being realistic here, right? I'm even saying, like, if you're off those programs, those CalFresh programs and everything, there are better phones for you to get, you know? For you dudes who are just wanting to buy a phone for $100 or less, don't. Just save up like $50 or more to get yourself a really decent phone, because that phone will last you. These phones are obviously throwaway phones that they sell to the government, you know, in bulk. That's how they make their money with this crap. And you know what? They may think that's a good idea, but really, that means that no one's gonna trust your brand. Like, say if they do make a really decent phone, oh, it's made by that one brand that, you know, makes these really cheap phones that they sell to the government in order to get people, or just give those people those phones. Yeah, no thanks. You know, at that point, people would rather buy other stuff like the Xiaomi, the Xiaomi stuff, right? Xiaomi is actually pretty decent. They do have a Xiaomi Note 11 that I have, and you know, I used to use for my Android stuff, and yeah, it's actually pretty good. I showed you guys how Dead by Daylight ran on the Xiaomi Pad 6, and holy hell, it actually runs pretty decently. And you know, even the Xiaomi Note 11, Dead by Daylight didn't run perfectly on there, but it ran decently enough. The Note 11, this guy right here, ran Dead by Daylight pretty decently, and it was only $300. Now, let me tell you why it was $300 as well. It has 256 gigabytes of storage. This has 16. This has 16 only. Which, by the way, will not get you anything. Do not buy a phone with less than 64 gigabytes of storage. You will hate your life. Because you do everything on your phone now. You browse the web, you download apps, both professional and unprofessional. Let's just be honest. Like, say if you want a time killer like Candy Crush or something, that's like now, I believe, almost a gigabyte or over a gigabyte. I'm not even sure. So even something as small as Candy Crush, that game ain't small no more. You really are going to need to have more than 16 gigabytes for sure. Hell, even more than 32. I had a bunch of phones that were 32 and they just weren't enough. For about the same price, you could get this guy. You could pretty much get this tablet, okay? Which is probably less than this guy over here. And if not, even if it is a little bit more, put a SIM card in this tablet right here. Put a SIM card in here and you'll be fine. That's a way better investment than this stupid thing over here. Now, again, I will say that the look of it is pretty clean. I love the look. It doesn't really look that cheap. I mean, it does look budget, but it doesn't look cheap, right? And I like the unique design, of the charger being up there, and it still has, an aux cable that has good value. But other than that, man, I mean, this guy also has an aux cable though. Right, here it is. So this guy also has an aux cable, and honestly, this is not very special. It's not a good phone. I'm sorry. It's not. Don't buy it. You could just save up a little bit more and buy yourself a decent one like this guy. He's trying to slide away, but no, you're not getting away with that easily, sir. I think I'm done here. This phone is not welcome in any circle of minds. The only thing that's welcome to me is the circle of hell, because this thing sucks so badly. That's my conclusion. Save up a little bit more and get yourself a good phone for like 200 or more. Don't bother with these. You will hate your life. Okay, bye.